As you hear from in the background, the humming of the aircraft, the noise of the drone. Sometimes I wonder, sometimes I ask myself, how can everything a man, everything a person is built over lifetime, over years, disappear in a single moment? Indeed, with hardship comes ease. My name is Yasser Shaheen. I am a father of 3 children and a volunteer with the Humanity First in Gaza. Before everything changed, we had a quiet life. I spent years building my home in northern Gaza. Every corner and every room carried effort and memories for my family, for my children. But after October 7, within few days, we lost everything. We lost our home, we lost our belongings, we lost our memories. See, all the neighborhood had been destructed, had been reduced to the ground. And this wasn't only my story. This is the story of 1,000 families from Gaza who live the same circumstances. A home full of memories where my children felt safe and a future for my family. Disappear in a short time.
It's kids, it's children.
And I know the pain because I lived it. But Allah Azza wa Jal taught us something very important. Allah Azza wa Jal يقول إن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. If we lose things in this world and this life and accept this with patience, Allah Azza wa Jal, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala gives us strength, gives us power to keep going and to move forward. And this is very important. For long months or maybe years now, my family and I had no stable place to live. Sometimes school, sometimes a destroyed building, and sometimes a tent. We spent also days in street when a tent just like a dream for my family and for everybody in Gaza. We lived fear and we lived hunger when people were fighting each other just to collect food, one meal for their children. We spent days and nights only drinking water like everybody. So when I see a family living in a tent, I don't see strangers, I see my own family. And I know what it feels like to ask yourself, will this tent protect my children? Will this tent protect my children from the flying shrapnels after bombing? And will this tent stand against the storm, stand against the strong wind and the rain and flooding? Will it protect my children from flooding? And the hardest question always was how to keep my children safe. This is the reason why I serve with the Humanity First, because I couldn't stand by and see people suffer. We were driving, preparing Eid gifts for orphan children last Eid, when a little girl stopped us holding a small bundle of mint. She offered the bundle for free as a gift and said, "Today I don't need money. I don't want money. I only need you to pray for my martyred father, the one who used to bring us Eid gift every year." I could barely hold back my tears and lift a small gift in her hand. And guess what? At the same evening, I received something worth more than 12 times what I had given her. At some point, you stop calling all these things coincidence. It's very simple. People who give are never left empty-handed. I know that I believe that serving Allah's creation is one of the best ways that lead us closer to Allah Almighty, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Every morning we begin with a purpose. We ask about the families we will visit, who needs help, who needs support, who needs to feel that someone's care about him. And the journey is not always easy, sometimes very risky. But we believe that Allah Azza wa Jal with us all the time, and His protection comes in very special ways. I remember that one day with our brothers, we were about to visit a family, and we are going on our way when one of our brothers stopped us and took us to the other side. After a few moments, we hear a strike. It was on the same spot we are about to reach, and Allah Azza wa Jal subhanahu wa ta'ala protected us. And again, another time, we were traveling in northern Gaza. The neighborhood was almost empty and no one in streets. I heard someone shouting on us, stop, in Arabic, ما تكمل, وقف. I was shocked and I replied, who are you and why? But there was no reply. So I decided not to take the shorter way. I decided to take the other way. And after a few moments, I heard like 1 ton bomb has fallen, and a multi-story building has disappeared, had destroyed and reduced to the ground. And the bomb destroyed the multi-story building and destroyed the street and destroyed everybody, everything in the street. And I don't know if that person or an angel. And Allah Azza wa Jal protected us in a very special way. These experiences don't make us afraid to continue. They remind us that, and always reminding us that every step we take in serving mankind, in serving people, is by the grace and mercy of Allah Almighty. In Water Trucking Project, Humanity First serves more than 50 sites across the Gaza Strip, from North Gaza to the south, providing drinking water to tens of thousands people.
احنا كثير مبسوطين اليوم لان المؤسسه الانسانيه جابوا لنا ميه. شكرا.
والله هي الحرب خلصت بس المي فيها أزمة شوية، يعني ما بتجيناش دائما. احنا بنشكرها كثير المؤسسة الإنسانية أولا على جابتها للمي إلنا.
صراحة لسه الناس محتاجة، بدها كمان مية، لسه احنا في حاجة كل يوم برضه للمية، لأن الناس لسه برضه بتعاني لأنه العدد كبير، الشيء زي ما هو.
المؤسسة الإنسانية أولا بنشكرها على تقديمها لنا للمية، لأنه ناقص عنا مية كثير بشكل كبير، قاعدين بنتكاتل على المية.
But survival in Gaza is about more than access to food and access to water. For thousands of children, the war has also interrupted something equally essential: their education, their daily routine, and their sense of safety. This is why our work extends beyond emergency relief, creating and supporting temporary learning spaces where children can continue learning even in the middle of displacement and uncertainty. We are providing education to 2,000 children.
صباح الخير. أهلا وسهلا فيكم اليوم أول يوم في العام الدراسي مع مدرسة الإنسانية. أولاً أماماً، جانباً، أعلى، أسفل. حدرس الطلاب الحروف اللغة العربية ونأسسهم بمساعدة المؤسسة الإنسانية.
أنا سعيدة جداً إن أولادنا بعد انقطاع دام 2 سنين من التعليم، ومبسوطة كتير ومبسوطة كتير وبشكر المؤسسة الإنسانية أولاً اللي بادرت بهذا المشروع، وجزا الله كل خير. ومبسوطة كثير إنه الحمد لله رب العالمين أولادنا حيبدوا إن شاء الله بإذن الله التعليم عندهم، وشكرا لكل شيء بقدموا لنا إياه من القرطاسية ومن أشياء ثانية. جزاكم الله كل خير.
Alongside our water and education projects, our teams also continue carrying out daily emergency distributions across Gaza in collaboration with the WASH cluster and UNICEF. From one site to another and from shelter to shelter, we support hundreds of families every day with essential humanitarian supplies, including hygiene kits, cleaning items, tarpaulins, diapers, and dignity kits. So when I see this, I realize that this is only possible through your support, through the prayer of our people around the world and their support, and through the prayer and guidance of our beloved Huzur, أيده الله بنصر العزيز, may Allah be his helper and may Allah be his supporter. And every truck moves, every assistance being delivered is a sign of Allah's mercy upon us, and also is a reminder of Huzur's expectation about Humanity First work in Gaza. He expected that there will be an exponential expansion or expanding in Humanity First work in Gaza in the next time, in the next few months, I think. And this is, we are witnessing now, this is coming into a reality in ways that we never expected before, in ways that I myself never expected before. And I believe that serving Allah's creation is one of the best ways that leads you closer to Allah Almighty. And I am an Ahmadi Muslim, and I believe, I remember our promised Masih alayhi salam said that I have come with two objects. The first is you should firmly believe in the oneness of God, and second, you should inculcate mutual love and sympathy. So even in these circumstances, alhamdulillah, Allah Azza wa Jal gives us a chance to serve people and to alleviate their suffering and to assist them. My hope for tomorrow is that this suffering comes to an end. My hope is that this life, the life returns, the families return to their homes again, children dream about their future again, and people rebuild their lives with dignity. Until that day comes, we will continue serving, we will continue in our mission to reach those who need us. Because sometimes people need more than assistance, more than food, more than water, more than supplies. They need to know that they are not forgotten. They need hope. If we can bring comfort to one family, to someone, a smile to a child, a hope to someone who has lost so much, then this is a blessing from Allah. I pray that Allah allows us to continue being a means of His mercy